What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank you all so much for joining us for this being our Thursday night, 8 p.m. Hot Topics and Social Commentary show. Loving the ponytail, Jennifer. I love a ponytail on anybody, but it looks great on you. Anyways, a couple things I want y'all to do before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. Takes less than a second to mash that thing. So why don't you go ahead and mash it for a brother? Also, be sure to leave a thumbs up for this video. Let me know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out on my channel. Be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the various topics that we'll be discussing on tonight's show. Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody out here know that JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. Y'all, my reviews for Married to Medicine and The Real Housewives of Potomac are up. I put those up on Tuesday night. So be sure to check those videos out. Bianca is here, but she won't be on camera necessarily. You know, she's doing her own thing for her man, honey. So go do your thing, Bianca. Okay, I ain't mad at you, girl. Jennifer, Genesita, how's it going, my love?
I'm doing well. I'm blessed and highly favored, and I had a nap before I got here, so I'm very happy to be up, and I'm very happy to have taken that nap.
So you ready? You ready?
I'm red.
As woke as a spring chicken. All right.
Exactly.
So I did want to announce, you guys know that well, Jennifer, actually, there are some comments in the comment section. Can we get to those comments before we get started, girl?
Oh, sure. Dustin says hello.
Hey, Dustin.
Oof, sure. And Auntie Robin is here. She says, "Good evening, y'all."
Good evening, Auntie Robin. So glad that you both have joined us.
Bianca said, "Hey to Dustin and Auntie Robin."
And hello to you, Bianca, as well. Of course, I always start out with giving condolences. And so famous designer Valentino Garavani passed away at I can't remember what age he was, but the master behind the Valentino brand. When I think of Valentino, I think of Mary J. Blige playing Monet on Power Book 2 Ghost. And she one time she had this huge Valentino V belt on her waist. That just made me think of Valentino. I'm not necessarily that familiar with his brand as I am with like Versace or Gucci or Coach or anything like that, but he still is up there. Like people be wearing Valentino. So so condolences to his family for dealing with his loss. So first thing on our list is the Oscar nominations were announced, I believe, yesterday or today. It might have been today. I'm not exactly sure. But the biggest nominations came from Sinners. Sinners is now the most nominated feature film in Academy Awards history with 16 nominations. Those nominations include Best Picture. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Also, Best, let's see, Best Costume Design, Best Cinematography, Best Casting, which is a new category this year. I don't know why casting has never been a category in the past. I believe casting is a category for the Critics' Choice Awards, if I'm not mistaken, but I think it's paired with another category as well. So it's like Best Casting along with something else. So Best Casting, as well as Best Original Screenplay, Best Director, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress. Tiana Taylor is also nominated for the same role she won a Golden Globe for in that movie that she did with Leonardo DiCaprio. Can't remember exactly the name of the movie right now. But Best Supporting Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Leading Actor for Michael B. Jordan for his dual roles. So Sinners, I believe they only won. I don't give me the line. So I don't know how many awards they've won this season. So I'm not going to set myself up to think that they're going to win big at the Academy Awards because
they haven't won a whole lot in the Golden Globes. I think they won once or twice.
They won one award at the Critics' Choice Awards, and I think it was for the casting category. But you know,
people thought that I have heard some people. Well, I guess because we're biased, but
Right.
a lot of people did feel like they deserve more, and some people were like, "Well, have you seen Sinners, or have you seen the movie that Tiana Taylor was in with Leonardo DiCaprio?" Um, gosh, what is that movie?
I had it on here, but
Yeah.
hold please.
Taylor movies. Okay, here we go. One battle
One
after.
battle after another. Oh, we both saw it at the same time. But yeah, so I'm not going to set my expectations too high, because now they have made a rule for the Academy that they must watch all of the films before actually voting for the winner.
Oh, child, that break my brain. I'm sorry.
Right. It like makes absolutely zero sense whatsoever. Like it was clearly a popularity contest until now, but probably still is to a certain extent. But hey, it is what it is. At least they
Okay.
made it official, that all of those in the committee have to watch each and every film before they actually vote for their winner. So of course, I'm hoping that Michael B. Jordan wins for best actor. I think he would fully be deserving of it. Heck, he played two main characters in the freaking movie.
Well, some
Um,
people say it's more like three
okay,
because he played Stack as regular as Stack as
older, right?
no as a vampire.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So, I have the highest of hopes for them. I'm sure they'll go at least, I'm going to say maybe three. I think Ryan Coogler might get best director. They might win for best costume design as well. I loved the costumes for the movie were definitely set for that time period that the movie was set in. So I did love that. Jennifer, do you have any expectations when it comes to the Academy Awards for Sinners? Do you think that we'll all be let down? Do you not have high expectations so that you won't get let down? What are your thoughts?
It's unfortunate that I feel this way, but I'm not expecting anything be in the white world.
Hmm.
Um, especially for it to be, so 16. Now, if they get I'll say if they get less than 5 out of those 16, Imma know. You gonna know. We gonna know something beyond wrong, because you don't wanna be able to say that they only, nominated them so they can feel like they were doing something right, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
mm-mm, mm-mm, but, I know a part of me is like, let's not wish or hope or try to climb to get into those rooms or whatever, but,
Hmm.
at the end of the day, some of those rooms, those actors, those producers, those many different areas in the film industry, they're actually striving to be in those rooms.
Right.
So I'm going to give them their respect, and I'm
Hmm.
gonna root for them at the very least. I'm gonna need to see at the very least 5, if not a clean sweep, because I'm still gonna be hurt, even though my expectations are low. But I'm still gonna be hurt because you gonna know. We gonna know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, Unveiled Vibration says, "Hey y'all,"
Hello, Tyron. How goes it?
Hey,
and Bianca was like, "What? Condolences." Yeah, Valentino went on to glory.
He sure
May
did.
I don't know how I missed that.
may he design beautiful gospel choir robes in the sky,
Yes.
and angel beautiful Valentino angel outfits in the sky.
Angel garb. I love the
Angel
word garb.
Garments. May he elevate every buckle and everything like that.
Absolutely. Bianca, did you hear the news about the Academy Award nominations for Sinners? And what are your thoughts on that?
I did hear about the nominations. Again, my expectations aren't too high, but Jennifer did make a point. I believe that sometimes the producers go in with the expectation to hit certain marks in these spaces to make statements.
Hmm.
So I think they entertain it just to say they aren't being biased,
Right.
but I don't necessarily think that they're going to get all. of the recognition that they deserve, because that was a great movie. I'm actually thinking about watching it again tonight after we get off, because I want to see if it's some things that I missed. I only watched it once, but yeah,
Me
I
too.
don't think I don't think that they're going to get the recognition that they deserve for that movie. It was an amazing movie in my opinion, and I believe they need all 16.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, I'm only expecting three, and I'm making that number low so that I'm not just so disappointed, because for a movie that's nominated that many times, I don't think it's ever happened that a movie has won. I don't know what the record is for the number of Oscars that a movie
Of
has won
wins.
before. Yes,
Mhm.
I'm not exactly sure what that number is, but I'm going to assume that it's less than 10. But we'll see what happens. We will
Well,
see what happens.
you can Google that while I give further opinion in the rest of these notes here,
Okay.
um, comments. But I, I'm just concerned about being just let down because that's the life of the African Americans. Am I right?
You are, but I don't think you should be let down because it's to be expected. We already know what's going to happen. So I don't think that, I think that we just need to build a sense of expectancy. Expectancy. Like if we already know how it's going to go, don't let
They
it
get too
affect us
upset.
that much.
Right.
Because we already know. They hate us, they going to hate.
Come on. Come
And,
on.
and
I
you know
love
who
that
wrote
song.
those? You know who wrote those prophetic words?
Who was that?
Cameron.
See? I ain't even
Wow.
know that though.
And I love that Notorious sang both verses in that song, honey. Like,
Oh no, he didn't sing that. He didn't do that. He did Broken Promises, Promises one.
oh, no more.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
More.
Gotcha. And the record for most Academy Awards won by a film is 11. So 11 wins is the record for most
Did they say what
awards.
movie?
It was uh, Ben Hur from 1959,
Oh
Titanic from
wow.
like, yeah.
Wow,
Um,
Ben Hur. Wow. It was a good
Ti-
movie though. I've seen that.
Titanic from 1997 and Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King from
It's a tie
2011.
for 10 for all three. Tie. Tie for 11 for all
Yes,
three.
exactly. So
I'm
it
not
is,
surprised with Lord of the Rings.
yeah. So it is possible. It is possible.
Bianca clapped her hands with that. Tyrone made sure to say, "Stay warm, friends." Child, we ain't even in the thick of it, but we gonna keep on trying. Tyrone also says, "Let's go, sinners." Doesn't that wouldn't that be funny without any context? Ain't that
Right.
funny? Hmm. Miss Kim, God bless you and
Good
welcome.
evening, Miss Kim.
I'm about again just for Bianca. She says, "Hey y'all, thought it was thought I was going to miss you guys. I was at Walmart headed towards a short line when I spotted some Valentine's Day pajamas. I
Yes.
ended up in a super long line. Ugh. That's
Let me
life.
find out you got a
Thank you,
pajama
sis.
set. Let me find out you got a pajama set for every occasion, Miss Kim. Got Christmas pajamas, got
I
Valentine's Day
believe
pajamas.
it.
Go ahead, girl.
Okay. And she says, I have some Valentino perfumes. The Donna Born and Roma collection is fabulous. Those are some good perfumes. Auntie Robin says, me, the Genesita, uh, that the number of nominations is historic means absolutely nothing. And I do
Nothing.
agree with that as well. I predict the headline after the ceremony will be record breaking number of noms, 0 wins. Mm. Oh, that breaks my
Mm,
heart. Maybe 2 or 3 for the screenplay and costume. I didn't see the list, but this is my guess, and I agree. I agree, and I also think it's because of the deal that he struck with that movie as well. Might
absolutely.
have people a little salty that other companies aren't making as much money like that, or maybe other companies like, well, shoot, I wish I had a thing like that. Hateration all the way around.
All right, all up in the dancery, child.
And Miss Kim says, I pray there's a suite for sinners. Hey, we
Me
gonna
too.
pray together. See what
Me
happens.
too. So we have two things to discuss concerning the infamous Miss Nicki Minaj. Many were hoping that she would lose her multi-million-dollar mansion. However, because she paid the $500,000 settlement or judgment rather to her security guard, who go ahead, Jennifer.
I thought it was 50.
Oh, the one I'm looking at says 500K.
I thought it was just 50. Okay, go ahead.
And this is
You
coming
got security guard, right?
from the neighborhood talk. What was
I,
that?
I, I'll look further into it. God bless you.
Okay, no problem. So she paid the $500,000 judgment, rather. I keep on saying settlement judgment to her security guard, who claimed that her husband, I can't remember what his name is, and it really doesn't even matter, that her husband assaulted him. So Nicki will be keeping her house. However, on the flip side of that, Don Lemon was out in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where there were some protests going on for the woman whose life was taken by that ICE agent last week or the week before, whenever that happened. And Don Lemon went to a church that was pastored by an alleged ICE officer, and he went up to the pastor to try to interview him and ask him what his thoughts were about all these ICE raids. And I believe that Don was very respectful. I felt like the pastor seemed quite nervous. It seemed like the pastor really didn't want to say much. He really didn't say much. He just said that we're all here to worship God. We're all here to, do what we do. And so, in response to this, Nicki Minaj tweeted this: Don, male lower region sucking lemon, disgusting. How dare you? I want that thug in jail.
Lower
He
regions.
would he would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up. Don, of course, felt free to respond to this. I can't remember exactly word for word what Don said, but you know, I'm not surprised by this whatsoever. Of course, Nikki's on this whole trying to protect Christianity with the statements that she made concerning those in Africa um, who are being attacked because of them practicing Christianity, and because Nikki feels as though Don is attacking Christianity, although Don is claims to be a Christian himself. Nikki will find any way to try to stand out, try to get clout, rather. That's the best way to put it. um I don't know what to think about Nikki anymore. I just don't know what to think about Nikki, because I feel as though I definitely can't feel good about her because she's doing nothing good for her people. She's not doing nothing good for her fans, because she's leaving them out to dry, and they're still, well, not in the droves that they used to be, but they're still backing her up the way that a Barb would. But Nikki's got to hang it up flat screen. It's I don't know what else she could do. I treat Nikki the way that I treat Kanye West and Donald Trump. Not to say that they're all on the same levels, because there's different levels to this thing. However, whenever they have something to say, I don't give it any weight whatsoever, because of the mouth that the words are coming out of. I see no reason to take anything any of them say seriously. And of course, she put a picture of Chucky on that post that she said about Don Lemon. And Don said that she should have put another picture up there. I can't remember exactly what other picture he was referring to. But Don is not the one that you want to come for at all. Once again, Don was very respectful. Don didn't cuss anyone out. Don wasn't, wasn't being disrespectful to anyone. Don was just doing his job. And it seems like Don seems to be more active now that he's no longer working for CNN and he's working for himself. He seems to be more active, at least it seems as though I see him more in the blogs these days. And I'm happy about that. He is a true journalist, and I respect that about him. Bianca, did you hear about any of these stories? The fact that Nicki Minaj won't lose her house and what she said about Don Lemon?
I did not hear about these stories, but let me tell you something. When it comes to Miss Nicki Minaj, I usually tune it out
Right.
because 9 times out of 10 it's some bush shenanigans.
You could have said it.
it
I say it. Bullshit.
it is. It's some bull crap. Like, girl, why are you still talking? What are you trying to prove? I just don't understand what her agenda is. It just seems
Me.
like she's just trying to tank her career even more and more and more, or perhaps she's trying to get in with them people because she know her career is tanking down more and more and more. So
Mm-hmm.
I tune out everything that she say because it's irrelevant.
Absolutely. Jennifer, what are your thoughts?
Well, I certainly agree with my sister Bianca. Um, what I will add to it is that she's certainly going to where the money is. Not saying that she's broke or anything, but what's bringing her money is sounding stupid, and
Yeah.
she's going to continue to do those things. I put her in the
Come
same
on.
realm as Stephen A. Smith, just
Mm-hmm.
trying to make money where we trying to make money at.
Right.
Um, because you see a pocket of people that's supporting and supporting highly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, there's money here, let me get it.
Right.
Now, these are the moments, like, some people not too sure what it means or what it looks like to sell your soul. This is certainly a version of selling your soul, basically being everything that you kinda never said that you were. Now you're being somebody else, and we've had long, in-depth conversations about her, how she doesn't even know who she is, and we don't even know who she is for real, for real.
Right.
She's trying to keep her brother and her husband safe.
Mm-hmm.
They're both on the registry, okay? She's trying to keep herself safe because she's undocumented, like Don Lemon informed us and confirmed with us.
Right.
Her being an undocumented Trinidadian. It's Trinidad, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, and just to confirm, it was $500,000 that she had to pay. She should have paid that back in 2018, and nobody would have been looking at her.
At
Looking
her
at her.
house.
Yeah, she paid it in the ninth hour. That's exactly how it's being said at the very last minute before her $20 million house was about to be sold. So I'm pretty sure she got that $500,000 from that appearance for Turning Point USA or something like that. So
Right.
she can save her $20 million house.
Gotcha.
But to change the subject from a Nikki, which is coon behavior, I will have to say and agree with you. It's really awesome seeing Don Lemon doing news the way he wants to do news.
Right.
I kind of wish Joy Reid would go all out like he's doing. I really wish, like, because they are seeing and realizing that this privatized news stuff is basically, just pushing out propaganda, and people just want to tell the truth. So I love that he's on everything
Mm-hmm.
from YouTube down to TikTok down to, and I certainly follow him. I be catching his lives. He live every day, and he's making his money. I'm sure he's doing pretty well for himself on all his different platforms, from Patreon to everything else. So I'm very happy for him, and him being a journalist, a real journalist, not a gossip site, but a journalist out there doing it. I don't know if you know, but at that same situation where Nicki Minaj was talking about it, they wanted, he, what she said, people actually started to follow through with it, trying to get him charged for basically, like, coming over there to protest. It's like, no, he's a journalist. He has his every right to journalize. So,
Yeah, I don't know if it was the DOJ, but they tried to bring charges against him under the Ku Klux Klan Act. Under the Ku Klux Klan Act. But thankfully, a federal judge declined to approve the charges against him. So thankfully, that won't be going through. Jennifer, any comments before we move on?
Unveiled Vibration says sinners will sweep all but two, one or two. Thank you. Thank you for the hope that you're giving us. Robin says, Auntie Robin, she says, we were going to stop playing paying Nicki Minaj any mind. I don't know. I don't know. I think people still find it surprising because she's just talking outside of her neck. She has nothing else better to do. Miss Kim says, I do, Jonathan. Christmas, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Juneteenth, and Halloween pajamas.
I love that, Miss Kim. I love that. I'm trying to get like you, girl.
I'm
I'm
gonna
trying to
get
get
there.
like
I
through
want to
like
get there.
you. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Auntie Robin says, and another thing, I happily miss all this hype around Nicki Minaj. As nothing wrong with that. Um, she also says Don Lemon said she should have posted a pick me doll. That's exactly what he said. A pick me doll.
Auntie Robin, you always get us right, and I appreciate that. Okay,
Okay.
come on, HR.
Forever HR. Auntie Robin
Okay.
says, is there a petition circulating to have Nicki Minaj deported? I'll sign. Yes, there is.
Yes, there is. There
Yes,
absolutely
there
is.
is. And it's been out for a very long time, but of
Mhm.
course, since the most recent um, concerns, her mouth being open, yes, they had over 30 to $50,000, over
Mhm.
30 to 50,000 signatures on that petition. Miss Kim said, "I'll sign it too, Auntie Robin." Tyrone says, "I wonder where Nick Nack Paddywhack got the $50,000 from, $500,000 from. Was it allegedly from your friend Erica? Ooh, Erica Kirk.
Mm.
Why can't she just go away?" Mm.
Agreed.
Uh, Hunter Robin says Don Lemon has greater resources than Joy Reid.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
and that does make sense because what little bit I do see, is really just her giving her opinion rather than, giving news. You know what I'm saying?
Or reporting on anything. She really doesn't report
Yeah.
on anything. She just kind of reacts to stuff.
Don Lemon got the whole even with the dogs barking in the background, honey. He got the news going on over there.
Okay.
She said, remember, he got paid out from CNN. He has a full staff. Yes, he does. Full. Also, he's ranking in the dough between Substack and YouTube. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Substack and YouTube. Um, Auntie Robert says, remember, I'm only going to be 61 for a couple of more days. Just a couple. Just a couple. Last one, Jonathan. Miss Kim says Don Lemon started off in Chicago local news. We used
Oh.
to pass each other on the street every day. Wow. When I was interning at Chicago Magazine. Wow. Uh, we would always smile at each other.
That's
Hmm.
beautiful, Miss Kim. That just reminds me of I can't what his name just left my mind. What is his name? I forgot it. I forgot it. Go ahead, read that comment, Jennifer.
The dude from South Carolina?
Yes, who's on the Today Show? What's his
Craig.
name? Craig David or
Not Craig David. That's Phil Me and Craig David.
yeah, that's
But his name is
Craig
Craig.
Melvin. Craig
Melvin!
Melvin. Yes. With his pretty behind eyes. Oh, at his raspy voice. Oh
And he
Lord.
wasn't with South Carolina for too long
No,
because
he
he was a
wasn't.
star,
A
and
star.
we got to see him rise, honey. Above our
Okay.
verses said the DOJ did arrest some of the organizer of the protest for violating your right to practice religion or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Auntie Robin in the clutch as per usual. Craig Melvin.
Yes, Craig Melvin. How did you know, Auntie Robin? How did you know? Well, I guess because I got the first name right in today's show, yeah. But thank you so much, Auntie Robin. Something I just want to kind of hit and miss here. Ludacris is pulled out of Kid Rock's Rock the Country Festival after backlash. The rapper's rep says the name was added to the lineup was a mix-up. Now Nelly is set to perform at this event, and I looked at the poster for the event, and Ludacris and Nelly's name are the last names on the list after like maybe about 15 other artists. Yeah, and I can only assume because I don't know all of them. I'm surprised Jelly Roll is going to be there. But well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But
Okay.
anyways, I was shocked to see that, he was listed on that list to appear there because If y'all don't know me, y'all know I had the biggest crush on Ludacris back in middle school. I'm a big fan of men with nice lips, and he was light skinned back in the day. I was well, not back in the day. He's still light skinned, but I had a thing for light skinned dudes when I was in the middle school and high school. I still got one, but anyways, so I was so disappointed to see this. Now, I don't know if I necessarily believe this whole mix up excuse for his name just magically appearing on the set list for this because though that can bring up a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? That's grounds for a lawsuit if you're just gonna randomly put my name on your list knowing damn well I ain't showing up for shit. So I I, Ludacris would have had to have known the reaction that we would have had as his people, his fellow African Americans, to see his name listed amongst those others at this Kid Rock festival. Um, so I'm confused. I'm really, 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 really confused. So it's hard for me to put words together about this. So Jennifer, could you be a little bit more eloquent in your response to this? Did you see this? And what are your thoughts? What do you think it was a mix-up?
No. Okay. Uh, I'm thinking that Ludacris is trying to follow his brother. I can't say they're brothers or whatever, but trying to follow brother Nelly.
Hmm.
Because Nelly, he certainly did that crypto thing that him and Snoop Dogg tried to talk their way. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that bad of a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, what are we doing here?
right.
But I think Ludacris was not smart to say yes in the first place. Was it a mix up? There's no way. There's no way. The only way that I would believe otherwise is if Ludacris came out with the story as to how there became a mix up.
Right.
As to, I need him to be distraught. I need him to be upset and threatening legal action for defamation of character for as if he said yes to this. And he needs to say, I never would say yes to something like this. I need him to say all that out loud. If he continues to say quiet, I know something.
Exactly. Exactly. Bianca, have you heard of Ludacris
In
allegedly
Atlanta.
and girl, have you heard of this story of Ludacris allegedly being added to this list as a mix-up to perform at Kid Rock's uh I forgot the name of it already. His festival.
Yes, I have heard the stories. I don't see how there could be a mix up without a contract.
Right.
You usually have contracts when it comes to things like this. So I don't understand how it was a mix up. But however, I do know that he probably saw the backlash that he got for it and was like, not today. Y'all ain't finna be taking away my coins. I don't love y'all that much. I'd rather sit this one out and not get this check versus losing future checks over doing some foolishness with y'all. So
Right.
it wasn't a mix up. He just came to a realization, and I'm glad he did.
And
I'm
something
glad.
tells me they had to have a long conversation, Bianca. Like, it's just a Kid Rock thing. It's not a Turning Point or MAGA thing. No, it's just Kid Rock. So, no. It's an association. They're
Mhm.
only able to get Kid Rock to come to his things because they know he's cool with it. So
Yeah,
if we all know that he cool with it, why are we commingling and finagling with them?
come on.
Because my thing is, he had to know. Like, how could he not know that there would be backlash? So it's like, why even do it in the first place? That's my thing. Like, why even do it in the first place? Like, I really would love to hear an explanation, although I'm 100% sure we're never going to hear it. But,
Mm.
like, there's no way he did not know that there would be backlash for doing something like this. Like, come on. Like,
Oh,
come
I
on.
think he wanted to test the waters. For all we know,
Really?
he called up Nelly and said, "Look, how you doing now that after that whole situation?" Because he's still getting shows.
Mm,
Nelly isn't like necessarily being blackballed per se. They're getting the same
right.
so because people have nostalgic reasons to want to see, but Ludacris, the places that he's been, the places that he showed up to, and who he is like, no, no, you're not allowed to do that. No, no, because at the very least, Nelly played around in country a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mhm.
So,
It makes
it's
a little bit more sense, a little more
more
plausible.
Right.
and more Caucasianites, those people. They, there'll be more of them to come to his shows. I know Ludacris will have a plenty of Caucasianites coming to his shows and stuff
Okay.
like that. But no,
They
no.
was all in their head. They thought about it over and over
Come on,
again.
come on, come on.
And they said, hell no.
Okay.
Because I don't know if there's a whole lot of figuring out what your fantasy to see right after we see Kid Rock. Y'all please.
Okay.
Y'all please. Anyway, Auntie Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Auntie Robin said Nelly don't want the heli from the people exactly. Wasn't a mix up. Nelly knows it ain't worth it for the culture. She meant Ludacris. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Miss Kim says, I want Ashanti to divorce Nelly.
Mm.
Sometimes I believe people think that they're getting what they deserve.
In what way? What do you mean by that?
I think she wants a man, right? A man at the very least knows her. She knows how to go back and forth with him. She knows the things that at least he's upfront with everything that he doesn't want. I
For
mean,
real.
he'll
I
let
ain't
you.
changing no diapers. I ain't
I'm
putting a
not.
baby to sleep.
I'm not raising a child with you, ma'am.
Okay, just as long as you know.
I mean, I guess thank God she always got her mama and sister nearby. So I
Right.
mean, I'm sorry.
Oh,
So
God.
yeah. God bless Ashanti. But I'll say this: when my first love went ahead and got with somebody else, I prayed. And when I prayed, I said, God, you got to show me that love is better than this for me to move on. And he did. And maybe she needs that kind of a prayer because love
Mm.
can be better than that. You can have somebody on your level that is excited to be with you for who you are and not try to make you into what they want you to be.
And share everything with you. Share
Everything.
every part of being a married
Excited to
couple with
do
a
it,
child with you.
no matter how old you are.
Right.
Because ain't no way I'll be like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Auntie Robin says, mix up names, huh? Okay, boomer, Auntie Robin. It's okay, Auntie Robin. Miss Kim says Jelly Roll was hanging with Mike Johnson. I don't like Ludacris. He took the baby he conceived outside of his marriage from her mother. Oh,
I didn't know about that.
I need to look deeper into that.
So his wife, Exodus,
Oh,
took
she said
the
that.
baby the baby like he was hers? Or the baby, I don't know if it was she or he.
Yeah, she said he took the baby he conceived outside of his marriage from her mother.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's tough.
But to be honest, not saying this is an okay thing. Something tells me he's doing that to make sure he doesn't have to pay out anything.
Okay, no child
Mm.
support. You ain't getting my money. I was about to put a hole on the internet there.
And then possibly because like if whoever has it, whether the mother or the father, they have to pay child support. Maybe he said, I won't try to get child support out of you. Just let me take the baby. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look further into that. Please give us more, Miss Kim, if you don't mind. Um, Miss Kim says he can't do that. Papers were signed. He knew what he was signing up for.
Exactly.
Okay. Auntie Robin says, okay, Genesita, cue the song. Second time around. About the second time. Okay. Miss Kim says yes. Wow. Moving
Oh,
forward.
all right, so I want to get to two more stories. And we have 20 minutes left, so let's do this. So Miss Selena Powell has come out. She was, I don't know if I want to call it a relationship because the way that she was talking about it, she was in a relationship with Offset at one time. I don't know how he would categorize it, but anyways, apparently Miss Powell was collecting receipts along the way, and there was a recorded phone call or FaceTime with him where he was I was going to say allegedly, but it was on the FaceTime, child. He had threatened to shoot, well, not shoot, but he had threatened to pow, pow, pow Stephon Diggs in the knee. He had, threatened to do, what was that, Bianca?
I said, not the knee.
Yes, in the knee. So we can't play no more. Okay, take his money. Um, he had, made some threats towards Cardi, and apparently, what brought about this dump of information from Miss Powell about Offset is that she loaned him, I think it was $1,000, and
15 thou wow.
15,000. Where did you get $15,000? Anyways, she had.
Well, but when you are a whore, you collect, honey.
I guess so. I guess so. And so when he didn't pay her back that money, but she saw him giving other women money, and she's like, wait a minute, you owe me, but you giving these girls the money that you owe me? What's going on with this? And he had some lame excuse. I can't remember exactly what he said, but she put him on blast. Now, me personally, I feel as though this information would have come out whether he'd given her the money back or not. I don't think that she just had this stored up on the just in case something goes wrong with our relationship. I feel as though she went into the relationship with intention. I don't know exactly what those intentions were, but I feel as though those intentions came to fruition when she released this information about Offset. If Offset didn't look any worse after he was looking for money from Cardi, looking for her to pay to allow him to live in their home in Atlanta, and pay his debts and things of that nature, I thought he couldn't look no worse. But he is as much of an ain't shit bitch ass nigga as I've ever seen. Bianca, did you hear what Miss Powell said about Offset? And are you surprised that this is coming from Offset at all? Because that damn sure ain't.
At this point, I got to give kudos to Offset. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him at all. These women sat here and watched how he did his wife.
Right.
You chose to get into a relationship and move into this woman's house with him while they were still married. What the hell you expect? What did you think he was gonna do? You see, he's taking her for her money. Now he asking you for money, and then you get mad because he don't give it back, and he paying for other women like he did her with you. He didn't pay his wife back, and he got with you and was spending money on you to get you right. And you mad because the cycle repeated when you're the one who continued the cycle in the first place. So kudos to you, Offset. Do them like they ought to be damn treated.
Right.
I'm not mad at him in this one. That's what she damn gets. She knew what she was doing when she got with that man. He was married, and you moved into that lady house.
Oh,
Well,
so
a lot of the hoes think they special, sweetie.
Oh, I was about to say, if you act like a hoe, you get treated like a hoe.
Exactly, and that's all you is. It's a warm place to lay
it. And apparently, because that's where that video was, them laying and her having pictures after she put him to sleep.
See? See?
She knew what she was doing, child. Oh, that's how hoes do. That's how hoes do. Jennifer, what are your thoughts on this recent development?
First of all, you know what I'm saying? That marital home does not belong to him at all. This is a house that Cardi B purchased, okay? Which is why there's a fight on whether or not he can continue to stay there because it's not his. He has plenty of tax debt, okay? As of late.
Emphasis on the B, debt.
Okay. Recently, okay, he has paid 1.5 million of his tax debt. So he still has like at least, I think, 500,000 to go, or a little bit over $1 million to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know about this part, but he has horrible gambling issues.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So there's a big
Me
chance that the money that like there was a picture of him with the Hard Rock Cafe Casino sweatshirt hoodie on while he was inside Hard Rock Cafe, the Hard Rock Casino, gambling and stuff. There was one time, one phone call or whatever that she shared with the world, and he was
Surprise,
talking.
surprise.
Okay, and he was talking about well, I can't pay you now. Did you just hear me? I just lost $80,000 at the casino. She's never going to get that $15,000.
No, no, not at all.
Especially with all that she has done, she's never going to get that. So hopefully she got as much money as she could off that podcast that she revealed all this stuff on so that she can, recoup. But
She'll bust it wide.
the way okay,
Okay.
the way that she even said the story, Jonathan, she
Hmm.
said he called me and said, "How much money you got right now?" He said, "Oh, I got about if I go in my safe, I got about like 15,000." He's like, "Okay, bring all of it."
And her dumb self did it.
Her dumb self did it.
You get what you get, child. It is
And
what it
and
is.
that's why I'm not concerned. My only issue about this is the things that she said about Cardi B's children. How how she said that Offset told her that
Mm-mm. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I did
didn't like
not
that.
like that.
Yeah, Offset told her that the his eldest, Miss Beautiful Culture, she is the
Hmm.
fashion icon of the century.
Okay.
He said, "Okay, learn know how to cross that leg, know how to give a pose and all that stuff." To
Okay.
this day.
Looking unbothered as hell. Okay. Oh,
Okay.
are you photographing me
So
without
cute.
my consent as I pose, honey? Okay.
But he said that Culture doesn't like the new baby because like she doesn't know where he came from. I don't know. It's just some real stupid logic.
Some
And
nutty shit.
and there is a restraining order out on him against him and his family. So even through third party, which is, by one of his biological daughters, they keep in touch with Culture.
Hmm.
So basically FaceTiming, his child outside of Cardi with Culture.
Mm.
So he's going to be getting, well, I hope they get him on doing that. And then he also said some story about Stefan Diggs not being able to sign the birth certificate and stuff like that. Like knowing intimate knowledge like that. My thing is, first of all, how he's supposed to know that? How he
How?
know that? Especially if there's a restraining order, who you getting in contact with? And how
Is
Mm.
you
that
know this is the
all
case?
there?
Hmm?
Is it a law because she's married? Another guy can't sign a birth certificate.
That's what I'm thinking that it
Yeah.
might be,
So
Probably.
yeah.
but we shall see. And also, she blamed some of it on a housekeeper or nanny that was spilling all
Mm-hmm.
this information. But let's be real. I kind of don't think that some of that's real,
I
along
don't think
with a lot of
any
it's
of
real.
it is real. I don't believe any of that bullshit. He's pissing on our legs and telling us it's raining, y'all. Like, why? How would
Through
he?
her.
But like he's or either one of them, because whether she got it from him, he got it from her, wherever they got it from. In my opinion, they're pissing on our legs and telling us it's raining. Why would I believe any of that? And do you think Cardi would hire someone who will be spilling her tea like that? Have you seen her team and how loyal they are to her? Come
Have you
on.
seen her lawyer team?
Hey.
Okay, best ones. You know they getting a good check out of Miss
That's
Cardi
why
B,
I
honey.
don't believe anything that will come from Offset about what's going on in her house.
Okay, because there's a restraining order in place.
And I need to remind you and everybody else, I love Cardi B down to the bones.
Down.
Down to the bones. You can't do nothing with her. Not
Okay.
around me. Not around me. Yes, I'm biased. I love her.
Okay. And is.
Miss Kim says, I'm not loaning or giving a man a quarter.
Not 1/4.
Miss
That's right,
Kim
Miss
better ask
Kim.
Jonathan what I just told him before we got on, while
Okay.
I was on camera.
Tyrone laughed at Miss Kim, and Auntie Robert says, "Bianca, how that song go? She's a hoe. Wait, she's a hoe. You know
Oh,
she's a hoe. Yeah, she's a hoe. That's the one.
That's another
oh,
ludicrous song.
that's what she is, Miss Ivy.
Been a
That's
hoe."
exactly what she
And
is,
what
Miss
was
Auntie
crazy,
Robin.
if you guys look up the list of people that she has been connected to, all these affluent black men, she's done it over and over and over and over again to so many of these black men, and they keep on falling and falling and falling for it. Everybody know who that woman is.
The
Oh,
power of the PUSSY.
uh-uh. What his name? Offset beat her own game because I'm sure these other men weren't asking her for money. She was getting a check from them.
These
Offset
are
Right.
it
true.
and reversed it and said, "Oh, you've been getting this money from these other Negroes. I'm finna take it from you."
Let me get some of that off your out your
Let me get
pocket,
some.
player.
Let me get some of your cash.
Okay.
Miss Kim says Offset has 7 kids. Please don't let another woman get knocked up by this clown. If they were knocked up by him, they deserve it. They deserve every bit of it.
Not
Hunter Robert says, "Nope, not that one. It's an older rap song." Okay, let me look.
Okay.
She's a hoe. You know she's a hoe.
oh, she's a hoe. You know she's a hoe. That one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Robin. You know
I,
about
I
that song.
I keep forgetting Auntie Robin is old school up in here, y'all. I got to keep that in mind, y'all. So one of my favorite things that I saw this week happen on Watch What Happens Live this week. So Quad and Gizelle were guests on Watch What Happens Live, and I don't know if you remember this, but before Married to Medicine aired, on the Reasonably Shady podcast featuring Giselle Bryant and Robin Dixon, they were talking about the cast of Married to Medicine. They were also talking about the cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but mainly Married to Medicine. There is a new castmate who's a friend to the show named Angel. She was previously on Basketball Wives. And so therefore, Giselle said out of her mouth, "Oh, so we're recycling the girls right now. So we're just recycling them, taking them from TV show to TV show. Okay, all right." So while Quad and Giselle were on Watch What Happens Live this week, Quad took the opportunity to confront Giselle about, "Hey,
Yeah.
sister girl, so I heard that you were your girl,
Her
your
good
you were your
soror.
butt." Okay, by so your little butt buddy, Robert Dixon. I heard y'all was coming for the girls from Married to Medicine, saying we're recycling the girls, and Giselle was like, "Oh no. That was Robin. That was Robin. That wasn't me. That was Robin. You got to talk to Robin about that. You got to talk to Robin about that. That wasn't me." And Quad said, "No, we need to run this hate back because it definitely came up out of your mouth." And Andy was just over there sitting back, skinning and grinning, and I think that's maybe because he loves Quad to death. I think that's the reason why Quad has stayed on Married to Medicine since season 1, now on season 12, because Quad is perfection for that show. There probably would be no Married to Medicine without at least Quad and Dr. Heavenly at this point. By the way, with Dr. Heavenly being only a friend to the show this season, she sure is getting a whole lot of screen time. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But I loved seeing Quad confront Giselle about her words concerning Married to Medicine, and then Quad had to put her in check, and she said, "Well, last time I checked, Married to Medicine numbers was a little bit on a higher level than Real Housewives of Potomac," but we don't have to get into semantics. So Quad got Giselle together, and that's further evidence to me that Giselle is never good off the cuff. She's never good at reunions. She's never good when she's put on the spot. She never knows what to say. She's not that girl when it comes to that. Like Stacey, on the other hand, you give her something, she's giving it right back to you. Bam, bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Like right off the cuff. Like she got it. Like Miss Quad. So I loved seeing this. And I'm wondering if we'll see Gizelle revisit this topic now that all of these bloggers, these Black bloggers who talk about Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Potomac, have run the tape back, are putting the clips together, showing that Gizelle said out of her mouth they're recycling girls, and Robin only just agreed with it. It was my favorite thing that I saw this week. Bianca, I saw you doing a little this, little that, so I know you saw this, girl. What were your thoughts? And I think you actually sent me a video about this as well, too.
Mm-hmm. No, Gizelle ain't gonna say nothing else about it. Okay, she's just gonna let it fly by the wayside and hope that it just come on down because she know she can't handle it. Gizelle gives written reads. Somebody got to write her reads for her. She have to rehearse them, rehearse them, rehearse them, and they got to teach her how to say her reads so that it can land. People like Angel or Ash. What's the girl named Angel? No, what's the girl name on the new show?
On the
The
new
one
show.
she said look different.
Oh, Angel, yeah, Angel.
Oh, it is Angel. So Angel on both shows. Okay, so she know Angel don't have no good comeback, and she a crybaby. Angel try to give it, and she can't dish it. She can't stand in it. So she can come for somebody like that. But you see how Wendy ate her up when she scooted to that seat and said, "Gizelle, I will whoop your up and down this street." Gizelle didn't say nothing about, oh, okay, oh, she didn't have a comeback. She never does. I love how Quad gave it to her. Quad sat up in that seat, leaned over, and put that little finger up and said, "You." And she was like, "Not me. No, I didn't say it. Just straight lied." And then next thing you know, here go the clip. Bloop. It came straight out of your mouth. Gizelle, you need to quit it. And I cannot wait. See, y'all don't like my auntie Karen. I can't wait to Karen come back. She would have put Gizelle in her place right then and there. She would have been like, but Gizelle, I can recall you saying this.
Right.
Your granddom tone. So I love the fact that Quad dug into Gizelle behind, and that's exactly what she needed.
And what does it say about Gizelle for throwing her friend under the bus so quickly, like it wasn't nothing? And she's actually doing a podcast with this woman, and they're supposed to be friends. Like, I don't think Robin is going to address it necessarily.
No.
Well, I wouldn't expect her to address it. I would love it if she would, but she's not going to put Gizelle's feet to the fire. Yeah, she still want that money. So yeah, there's that. Jennifer, did you see these clips going around? I know you be on TikTok, so I know you saw this thing.
Yeah, it was all over, all over. And I think this is part of the reason why people like, Funky Dineva have a really great relationship with the Quad. Like I didn't see it. I still don't see it. But there's apparently something that Quad is outside of the cameras to actually be able to hold on to so many relationships and to have somebody to be like, you know what, I like you, I'm gonna keep you around. So it's something solid going on there. I think it is sad that for the sake of the game, not Garcelle, child. Why would I ever say Gizelle put herself in so many situations because of her mouth, the things that she's willing to say.
Right.
And with just like Bianca saying, those produced reads, like you can't, it can only get you but so far. Yeah, it's gonna sound good, but it could really only get you but so far. And Gizelle, she looked like a deer in all the headlights with sweat coming down her face and stuff like that. It looked real crazy. Like I was kind of feeling sorry for her a little bit.
For what, girl?
I'm just like, girl, these are the things that you do to put yourself in these positions. And it's like, that's just like with anything else. She will come out saying like, what? That was me? That was, no, that was so-and-so. That was not me.
Right.
Girl. So, God bless, I guess.
And she know Quad would have took her up through there. We know Quad is off the dome, and Quad don't mind throwing hands.
Okay.
Gizelle wasn't ready for that.
No, she wasn't. I will say she looked great, even though it looks like she probably self-tans because her skin color looked a little bit off to me while she was on Watch What Happens Live.
No?
I don't know. She looked a little. What was that?
I said I didn't pay attention to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she just looked a little bit. Yeah,
Mhm.
Giselle. She just looked a little bit darker to me than usual, but I thought she looked great. I love the dress that she had on. Her makeup looked fine, so
She's
Well,
she's.
gorgeous.
either it's the lighting or there are some light-skinned people that do tan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's very true. That's very true. Any comments to get to before we get out of here, girl?
Auntie Robin says, yes.
That's the song.
So before we get
Auntie
out of
Rose,
here,
don't give me the hacking.
Bianca, why don't you share with the good old folks at home your social media contacts where they can find you, girl?
Bianca Edwards everywhere, y'all. Bianca Edwards everywhere.
Genesita, your turn.
Um, why can I never find myself? Hold, please. Stay on the line. Stay on the line.
For
You know it,
sure. For
baby.
Oh, please. Oh,
sure.
that's because you know what? I think it's because I'm looking for Light of Leo. I'm prophetic fire Reiki. I am prophetic fire Reiki. I got a YouTube channel, prophetic fire Reiki. We go live every single Monday at 8 p.m. Why was I about to say 8 a.m.? Don't mind me because if you try to look for me at 8 a.m. on a Monday, you have officially played yourself.
Okay.
And I'm
She ain't
also
even
prophetic.
awake yet.
I know that's right.
Me either. Okay. Me too. Okay.
Join me on TikTok, man. I'm prophetic fire Reiki there as well, and Instagram prophetic fire Reiki. Thank you.
Awesome. Be sure to meet and join us every Saturday morning at 10-ish a.m. for Faithful Warrior Ministries. We go live every Saturday at 10-ish a.m. to do some devotional reading, do some prayer, and a little bit of chit chat, typically about food or sometimes TV shows here and there. But anyways, join us on Saturday mornings at 10-ish a.m. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is jojo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $Jonathan Lee 07. That's $JONATHANLEE 07. Be sure you guys join me on Monday nights at 6 p.m. with Dustin Butler for our 90-Day Fiance reviews. Also, be on the lookout on Tuesdays for my reviews on The Real Housewives of Potomac, as well as Married to Medicine. I don't know if I want to talk about Traders or not, but I am watching this season of Traders, and it is really, really, really good. And I'm contemplating whether I'm going to talk about that and RuPaul's Drag Race as well. But anyways, be sure to be on the lookout for those videos. Also, join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces for another Hot Topics and Social Commentary show. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Love you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. A great weekend. If you guys are in the Southeast, I know that winter mix is supposed to be blowing through Saturday night and Sunday morning. So please stay safe, stay inside if you need to, all that good stuff. Love you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out, y'all. Bye.